Hello and welcome to this complete free guide on how to lose up to 5 kilos in the next 28 days. I'm going to walk you through everything. What we're going to go through is I'm going to teach you how to calculate your calories. I'm going to show you how to track your food, or tell you how to track your food. We're going to run through some basic habits. We're going to go through your steps, and we're going to go through your training as well, and basically get you into the position where you can start your journey, no holds barred. You can ask as many questions as you want through the emails, or you can message me on Instagram, and we can get cracking. So right now you're probably lost. You might be going into the gym and doing the same things over and over again, doing like picking up the same weights and doing 3 sets of 10, and you're not seeing any changes, you're not seeing any differences. And it seems like everybody else that you see on Instagram and you see on social media, that they seem to just get it. They seem to know what's going on. They seem to be understanding exactly what they need to do, and they seem to be seeing results, and you seem to be seeing fuck all. I'm going to show you how to completely solve that. All right, and it's actually a lot more simple than you think. It's just not easy. You're probably second guessing yourself, and you're probably chopping and changing your program and seeing other people do something, and you're like, oh, well, I need to do that, and then you see someone else do this, and you're like, I need to do that, and it gets confusing, and then you start second guessing yourself whether you should be doing that because they're like this or why like that, right? It becomes confusing, and you might even be in a position where you just got no idea to start because your brain's absolutely fried because you've tried everything. But it's my job over the next 5 minutes to show you exactly what you need to do. So obviously you've got the email from me because you're watching this, so you should have also got access to this this spreadsheet as well. All right, so basically this spreadsheet is the hub of what you've got to do. What you've got to do to start is you've got to go file, but if you're going to make a copy, all right, and then it'll allow you to edit it and whatnot. But basically what you're going to do is you're going to go and put your name in here, you put your age. I'm 34 until next week. I'm 88.7 as of this morning. New low weight on this diet for me. And my average steps is probably about 8,000. Okay, and what it's going to do, it's going to calculate everything for you. All right, so it's just going to give you your calories. All right, these are the calories you're going to have. We'll talk about refeed days sort of on the back end of week 4, but you have them twice weekly, and you're going to track your food, and you're going to hit protein, carbs, and fats. All right, to hit that protein, eat these foods. Simple. Okay, so all you're going to do, you're going to track on MyFitnessPal. I'm going to show you how to train. You can put cardio in there as well. If you're female, you've got a menstrual cycle. If you're not, you can delete that. You do have your training days down here. Okay, so this is your workouts. They all have links, so you can see what they are. You're going to do 3 sets of 8, and the reps in reverse, I'll speak about on the next one. But the first week, I just want you to get into it. Okay, so your workout day 1, day 2, day 3. All right, they all come with alternatives just in case something's unavailable to you or you can't do it or whatnot. All right, and yeah, that's pretty sound, pretty self-explanatory for what it's going to do. Your measurements go up here, and you can put pictures wherever you want. Then you're going to measure yourself in 3 different ways. So you're going to measure yourself by standing on the scale, minimum 3 times a week, and that will go into this block here where it says weight. All right, it'll give us an average, and we work with averages, so that's why we measure at least 3 times a week. Perfect if you can measure 7 times a week. But you're going to do it first thing in the morning before you've eaten, after you've peed. Then you're going to do circumference measurements every 2 weeks. You're going to do the waist on the belly button, and you're going to do hips, mid bum. All right, and then you do pictures every 2 weeks, front, side, and back. Pictures, if you don't have someone to do this for you, it is really simple. You take your phone, you put it in selfie mode, put it on a video or put it on a timer, put it on a windowsill and stand in front of it. All right, that is literally what I do for myself here. All right, I just use my camera. I don't have my camera at hand. Make sure the light is behind the camera, so if you do have someone else taking it for you, make sure that the sun is behind them. Clothing you feel comfortable in. All right, similar time. Camera on a windowsill. Then habits. So these are the 6 habits I expect of you every single day. The reason these are a thing is because I built these so that you can do them on an all-inclusive. If you've seen my video for my all-inclusive video, you'll see that I use very similar methodology to this. But you can also do them every single day, regardless of what's going on. right? It takes out calorie target, it takes out step target, it takes out sort of quantitative measurements. It just basically says do this and you will still make progress. So protein at every meal is really important. Vitamin D every single day, you're probably going to have to buy some. 5+ fruit or veg a day. All right, I would probably lean heavily towards the veg because there's less calories in the veg. 30 minutes of exercise per day, that is anything from a walk to a full gym session. 2-3 litres of water, and then 7 to 9 hours sleep. All right, 2-3 litres of water, I'd probably say 75% of that should come from water. The rest can come from coffee, tea, Pepsi Max, low calorie soft drinks, white Monster, because we love a white Monster before cricket, cordial, etc. Okay. So what to do now? Go and download MyFitnessPal. Other tracking apps are available, but MyFitnessPal is the one that's got the most in terms of the catalogue. Fill in the nutrition log. All right, so save a copy, fill that in. Incorporate the non-negotiables. All right, start with the workouts and just start getting it done. All right, and then on the next video, which I will send you next week, we're going to talk about sort of macronutrient distribution and why they're important, how to set up your meals. We're going to talk about meal timing, and we're going to talk about how to manage hunger, because the first 2 weeks is where we really want to get these habits in place, but it's the most likely time where we're going to overeat, binge, or whatever you want to call it, whilst managing hunger. All right, we feel most hungry in the first 2 weeks of this. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out on Instagram.